What's up, guys? Here we are back in the Jeep Renegade again. Just had the oil change for the first time. I generally do my oil myself, but there's a skid plate underneath here, and after I took a few bolts out, I was like, no, I'm gonna have the dealership do the first one. I'm gonna need to get some jack stands and maybe even some ramps to get up underneath there and actually see what I'm working with. Devastates me. I had to let someone do it. It called for an interval at 4,000. I don't know if that's coming through, but I did it a little early. I did look underneath the vehicle to see if they used my Mobil 1 filter. It called for 5.5 quarts of oil. So I gave them 6 quarts of Mobil 1 full synthetic, and I had them give me the half quart back. So I'm hoping, they actually followed through on it and put the right oil in, but you never know. Great backup camera with the guidance lines and trajectory technology.
Because I hear you have very flabby blood right now with high cholesterol and high sugar and all that kind of stuff. Because you're eating all that vegan crap and it's ruining your blood.
You might be onto something there.
This is the other thing on 60, you probably are, but in 60 Minutes you said, they said you called Dr. Fauci an idiot. Do you regret calling him an idiot?
Listen, Howard, come on. You've known me practically forever. I call a lot of people an idiot. It's a term of endearment, all right? There's not a day. There's literally not a day that goes by that I don't call Eric idiot, moron, nitwit, imbecile, dipshit. And he's my son. And he's my son.
So you mean it's a term of endearment?
Term of endearment, nickname, whatever you want to call it.
And what about
do you listen, though, to the nitwits and the idiots?
No, I'm much smarter than them. I'm much smarter than them. I absorb information. I'm like a sponge. I'm like a sponge with all this scientific stuff and the charts and things like that. I figured this out for myself.
You said at the debate that there's going to be a vaccine in a few weeks. Is that true?
Absolutely, absolutely. We should have the vaccine along with Space Force in space, the completion of the wall, and Trump care all by November 4th. But I have to win, Howard. I have to win or else nobody gets anything.
Right. Wow.
Listen, I may even launch a surprise attack on North Korea. Let's see Sleepy Joe clean that mess up, all right? People will be begging me to stay. Believe me, Howard.
Why did you walk out of that interview on 60 Minutes? I didn't understand that. I mean, it wasn't that bad. I mean, why walk out?
Howard, seriously, Leslie Stahl was coming on to be like gangbusters. It's really sad. It's really sad when these old, broken down, horny broads want some action, like the new Bachelorette, 39 years old. They couldn't get anybody younger, honestly.
So you left the interview because she was coming on to you?
Absolutely, Howard. Listen, you could not see what I could see, okay? I could see her. She was unbuttoning her blouse, massaging those very old, very saggy, by the way, veiny breasts, and she opened her legs, underwear, big gray bush, gross, totally gross, really a boner killer if you know what I'm talking about.
You kept saying to her that you want her to ask you a nice question. What is a nice question to you? Like, what's a question I should ask you that's nice?
Leslie Stahl was asking such tough questions, so unfair, so unfair. Listen, as soon as I became president, everyone started asking me tough, nasty questions. Why can't she ask something like, hey, President Trump, what's it like being smarter than all the generals and all the scientists? Or how about something super simple? Does your back hurt from having such an enormous cock? And I would say, absolutely, I have a lot of that.
That is a nice question. So that's what you're saying. And I saw the polls. You might lose to Joe Biden. Are you worried about that?
Are you kidding me? Listen, Joe Biden, that guy is so bad. He's a liar, Howard. He's a liar. He lied about many, many things. He is lying out of control, okay? He lied about lying, which is the worst type of lying, if you know what I'm saying.
Right. In other words, he lied about lying.
Right, he lied about lying,
right,
which is horrible.
right.
No one should lie about lying, if you know what I'm saying.
And you said he's a criminal, actually. What is he actually guilty of? What is the crime he committed?
Well, come on, it's the biggest crime in the history of, well, not only this country, but in the history of mankind. And it's called Obamagate. Obamagate. And the details of this crime are all over the news. You read about it every day. I know the crimes, and you know the crimes. And you know that I know that you know the crimes. And I know that you know that I know that you know what the crimes are, Howard. It's so simple. It's so simple.
And what exactly are the crimes? I'm still not understanding.
Howard, there's so many crimes. I don't know where to start because it's been going on for so long. So very, very long. And it's a disgrace. It's a disgrace that this happened. Disgrace. And it's a shame. It's a shame
Right.
and a sham. It's a sham. And just today, we released thousands of documents clearly pointing the finger at Joe Biden, who is a criminal mastermind. I mean, not as smart as me, but he's a criminal mastermind, the likes of which we've never seen. Never seen. And the crimes, Howard, are so obvious and so vicious. And I don't even need to tell you that he's going away for a long time, a very long time. And the man, famous guy who created the Beretta gun, remember him? He said, don't do the crime if you can't do the time. Well, Joe is going to do the time. We're going to lock him up, right, Kelly? Lock him up. Lock him up.
Let's thank you, Mr. President. Thank you. And I appreciate you coming in today, all right? Is that it?
Always a pleasure to be on. We're going to win. It's going to be a Trump slide.
Right. All right. Well, thank you, Mr. President. I appreciate it. There he is, the President of the United States.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah. In full makeup.
I love it.
Impressive. I do too.
You know, and he gets up and he whips that hair into shape, and he gets that tanning stuff on his face.
2.4 liter multi-year engine, guys. 180 horsepower. Pretty nice engine. guys, that's about all. And remember, I live my life one ride at a time. Nothing else matters. For that duration or time or less, I'm free.